Are you having problems with getting people to see you? Well, then you need to bring more light into your life. Let's get you up and running with brightening up your day. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to get good lighting for your video. Yeah, sure. You can turn up your brightness, turn down your contrast, turn up your gamma, exposure, but that's not going to bring about a good picture. I almost said photo, but that's okay. Let's do this properly today. If you haven't been here before, my name is Michael and these are my different views. This channel is here to help you improve your quality in streaming and just video creation overall. So if your passion is to live stream to an audience or just create content that can be viewed at any moment, we have you covered. Some things that I want to start off with here. This is not going to be free. Like, there's just no way around it. There are some cheap options and there's also some expensive options. So you just need to see what kind of features that you want and actually determine what kind of features that you need and then go forward with this. And thinking about the features that you want and need, let's actually go over some techniques and types before we dive into what kinds of products that we should be getting. The most common setup is a 3-light setup. You have your key light, your filler light, and your background light. The key light is the brightest light of all. This is gonna be the bulk of your lighting and it really should be decently okay on its own. The fill light is there and it's meant to get rid of the hard shadows that the key light makes. But this shouldn't make the shot flat because it shouldn't be too closely matched to the key light. The background light is meant to be, as it says, for the background. It's meant to separate you from your background to give the image more of a depth to it. And the next thing that we need to think about is color temperature. This means what kind of light that the bulb is giving off. So if you like turn on your light bulb in your room and it shines that like yellowish color, that's a lot different than the white lights that I have right now. You want to make sure that you don't mix and match the different color temperatures unless you're kind of going for that kind of look. But it's going to give you an unbalanced look. And when you color correct, it can cause it to be a little bit unnatural. So the next thing that we need to decide is how you want your webcam to actually be. Do you want a green screen cropping you out of the background so you don't have one? Or do you want a background? If you decide to go with a background, then you're gonna need to be placing some things in it and make it, a little bit more personal, show your personality in what you put behind you. You don't just want it to be something boring, something flat. Yeah, those could work. However, it's gonna be better if you can add stuff to it to make it more of an experience rather than it look like you're just being lazy and not using a green screen or something. But if you choose to have a green screen, then you're definitely going to want to have some proper lighting for that. You don't want to be one of those streamers who has like a half green screen showing up with a gradient going on and all that stuff, and when you move you can see the green screen behind you. You don't want that. You want to look professional and you want everything to be amazing. And for that, we're going to need to eliminate the shadows from yourself onto the green screen. So we're going to need some space. Make sure you have enough space in between the green screen and you so that your shadow doesn't cast onto the green screen itself. And you'll need to make sure that you can light the green screen as well, because you want to have a constant light on that green screen so it's easier for your software to crop it out. And by crop it out, I mean key it out, but whatever. And you're also gonna need to light yourself because that's the whole point of this, right? And that's all if you wanna do it 100% right. So if you need help with that, you can check out a video on that. Now that you've determined how you want your background to look, we need to determine how we want ourselves to look, whether we want hard or soft lighting. Hard lighting is gonna produce hard shadows. That's weird, right? I mean, it's going to be a high contrast image. This is typically not really what you're looking for when you're doing like a talking head kind of video like this, or if you're a talking head on a stream. This kind of lighting is more for like the action-y movies and a cinematic shot and something where you're trying to give off like a feeling or something like that. So I do recommend you to use softer lighting, which is softer shadows. They're more gradient. It's not just like a clear cutoff to where the light stops and the shadows start, which can make you look more flattering and it can hide some wrinkles, and it's what we want to use. Although you could use some hard shadowing if you're trying to be dramatic, so maybe if you could make a way to change the lighting midstream to make it dramatic for a dramatic moment, that could be something interesting to look into. Either way, for the majority of the time, you're gonna want soft lighting just because it's better. However, depending on your budget, soft lighting might not be attainable. Hard lighting is created with one source and no diffusion. which obviously is going to make it a lot more cheaper. And not only is it going to be a lot more cheaper, but it's also going to be less difficult to do because there's no diffusion and you don't have to really deal with too much. On the other hand, soft lighting is created with multiple sources and diffusion, which obviously is going to be more work and cost more, but it does look better. And please don't mistake just dimming the lights to make it soft or hard. You're going to have the exact same type of lighting. It's just going to be less of it. So now let's go over some products that will help you do what you want to do. We can talk about the lights that I got, which are definitely one of the more cheaper lights that you can get. I literally just went on Amazon and looked for the cheapest lights that I could find. That came with a tripod and fit on top of my desk. And sometimes I really just hate my light. It blasts me in the face. It's very bright, but it was pretty cheap. So I just deal with it and I just got used to it. I would say it looks all right. I mean, it lights me up just fine, but there's definitely some avenues that I want to go down to test out at some point. You could use soft boxes like this one, but they are really big and they're bulky. They take up a lot of room. So if you're looking for something with a smaller footprint, you can look at LED boxes. These will allow you to fit these into tighter spaces and just make it a lot more versatile and easy to deal with. If your desk is close up to the wall, you can actually turn your lights to the wall and use a reflector or just something that's white to reflect the light onto you instead of just having the light shine directly at you. This could help with having that soft light because instead of having the source directly shining the light to you, it's gonna bounce it off and it's going to diffuse the light as it comes to you. So this is where you have to decide with what product that you actually need. The first thing to do is pick a budget. The second thing to do is to pick out what kind of background that you want, whether it be actually something or a green screen. The third thing is to decide what type of lights that you want. The fourth thing is to find an actual product to buy, which I find the easiest place to search is on Amazon. I got affiliate links in the description. Now that people can see you, what's next? A camera? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, there's a playlist that may have a video that'll help you improve on stuff that you need to improve on. It'll go over microphones, lightings, keyboards, mouse, cameras, anything to do with streaming. The products that I use will be listed in the description. So thank you for watching, and until next time, stay different.